Your token is a scam. But how can you disprove this claim? Find out in this video. We have conducted in-depth research on the top exchanges and launchpads and their listing and token launch requirements. How can you gain the trust of these platforms that receive hundreds of applications daily? Stay tuned as we reveal the answers. In our previous videos, we covered topics such as listing tokens on popular exchanges and creating effective pitch decks for investors. However, it is equally important for token issuers to understand how to present their projects effectively to exchanges and launchpads. This involves demonstrating the project's security to successfully pass a listing, ICO or IDO. What is the process involved in preparing for a listing, ICO or IDO? Regardless of the exchange or launchpad you choose for launching your token, it's crucial to note that all platforms have similar rules. You are required to fill out a form where you provide all the essential information about your token. Typically, this includes specifying the token ticker, including links to the project's website and social media channels, providing the smart contract address, and answering questions related to technical and legal aspects. If your application is approved, you will be able to list the token on an exchange and conduct an ICO or IDO. We have already ranked the best exchanges and launchpads where you can apply it without paying any listing fees. Now is a good time to continue watching. How to apply to Binance Launchpad? As the platform's developers write, Binance Launchpad and Launchpool are platforms that help and advise project teams on how to best issue and launch their token. Indeed, it is the largest centralized platform for token listing and crowdfunding. Binance Launchpad has been operating since 2019 and has successfully launched 70 projects in that time. Binance also conducts IDOs through launch pools. The most famous projects were Sui Global, Radiant Protocol, Hashflow, etc. Binance has strict requirements for launching tokens and conducting ICOs and IDOs. We have already compiled the instructions for listing on Binance in a previous video, so let's pay attention to some important aspects. Token issuers must fill out a special form on the official website. You leave links to your project, detail the team with their LinkedIn application, describe the utilities of your token and its metrics, provide information on your investors and competitors, and elaborate on your advantages in the marketplace. Calculate your community statistics, enclose a white paper and a completed NDA. Token issuers need to answer more than 25 questions just to submit an application for a listing, ICO, IDO, or IEO. CZ, CEO of Binance, gives some tips on how to successfully prove that your project is not a scam and get on the launchpad or launch polls. Create an MVP, otherwise you won't be considered or even blacklisted. Be patient and don't alarm the Binance team with demands or requests to verify the application. Make weekly or monthly project updates and share them with your community. Check your email. You will get an email from listing@binance.com with this email signature and imprint. It is up to you to set the listing fees on the exchange. 100% of the amount will go to the Binance Charity Foundation. You only need to name the minimum comfortable amount you are willing to deposit. Listing a token or holding an ICO, IDO, IEO on Binance is more difficult than on other platforms, but if you succeed, you will literally win the lottery. Applying to the Kucoin exchange. You can apply for an IDO or listing on the Kucoin exchange through the Kucoin Spotlight program. The exchange website has a special section with a Google form, which you have to fill out in order to get approval. Sometimes you may need to negotiate in a conference room where you have to present the project. In general, Kucoin has the following requirements for those who want to pour a token or apply for an IDO. You need to fill out an application which must include email, Telegram ID, anti-phishing code, which you will see in the reply letter from Kucoin, details about the project, name, website, project type, timeline for listing, as well as cooperation with market makers. At the last stage of the application, you will need to attach the completed documents from NDA to the white paper. Since Kucoin is a centralized exchange, you must be sure to audit the project and attach a legal opinion recognizing your project tokens as utility tokens. Kucoin does not provide information about the amount of listing fees, but you will need to pay them after signing the contract. You can find out more about it during negotiations or contact a manager of the exchange. Crypto.com Launchpad – How to conduct crowdfunding events. The rules for participating in a launch on the Crypto.com platform are a bit easier than on Binance or Kucoin. You can apply for IDO, IEO, parachain auction or other events in 3 steps. Provide general information about the project: name, email, website, network, and smart contract address. Keep in mind, if the contract is not audited, you may be denied crowdfunding. Complete the application with links to your media. The better developed your project and its community, the better your chances of approval. Finally, describe the number of tokens and the desired launch date. Keep in mind that applications can take a month to review, so plan to launch tokens a couple or 3 months in advance. There are no listing fees on Crypto.com, so don't send funds to anyone who may request fees via email. On the Gate.io exchange, you also do not need to provide many documents about your project. You can fill out an application in the listing section by selecting the appropriate form. This requires 5 steps. Personal information. This section must be completed by a team member or a referrer. Specify your name, email, Telegram account, and your role in the project. Information about the project. Here you choose the purpose of the application: to attract investments or launch your token online. Here you provide links to the project website, its white paper, launch date, initial circulation market value, and a public offering. Next, briefly describe your team. Remember that it's best to create LinkedIn accounts for all project members. This builds trust. If you have partners or investors, this will be a great addition to your token launch application. Gate.io does not require any startup fees. All you have to do is apply and wait for it to be approved. Although ByBit is a centralized exchange, you do not have to send documents on the smart contract audit or legal opinion of the token in the application for listing or crowdfunding. It's enough to indicate in the Google form links to all the media of your project, white paper, as well as token network. But as you already know, the more information you provide, the higher your chances of approval. Also remember, no listing fees are required on ByBit. In addition, having a listing on the CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko websites will be a big advantage, where ByBit managers will be able to get real-time open information about the token. Top tips for a successful listing, ICO and IDO. So here are the long-awaited tips on how to prove to exchanges and launchpads that your project is not a scam, but a gem that deserves to be listed. Prepare comprehensive documentation and update it regularly. This should include a white paper, legal opinions, smart contract audits, legal registration of your crypto project for SEC listing, and detailed public information about your team. If your documents lack specific information, goals, or development plans, it may raise suspicions of being a scam. Build a strong media community. Create a visually appealing and user-friendly website. Establish a presence on platforms like Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, and regularly publish project updates and engage with the community by addressing their questions and concerns. Develop a well-thought-out tokenomics model and add it to the docs. Define the maximum number of tokens, token allocation, mechanisms like burn-in and lockups, etc. Failing to provide information about the smart contract, network, token supply, and pricing can raise doubts about the legitimacy of your project. Avoid being overly pushy with exchanges and launchpads. Refrain from sending frequent follow-up emails or continuously inquiring about the status of your application. Instead, provide them with monthly updates to demonstrate the steady growth and progress of your project. By following these tips, you will create a strong crypto project, increasing the chances of your token being listed on reputable exchanges. Now that you are aware of listing requirements of top exchanges and launchpads, you can confidently demonstrate them the reliability and security of your project. Don't forget to check out our channel for more valuable videos catering to crypto developers. Goodbye!